Welcome everyone to our next installment of Meet the Swarm Mother. This is a slow-moving bug that lays swarmer eggs, and every so often it drops swarmers from her back. It has a base 15 health, 3 damage, 2 armor, 1 move speed, no range, and no attack speed, so they're not for hitting units. Do not use them in that. What they are for is are for sitting at the back and, as the name suggests, swarming the enemy with their little swarmers. Now, they're one of the only units in the game in which their primary, product, the swarmers here, can be upgraded, as well as the swarm mothers, both of them being very, very potent indeed. We've basically covered the map, and I only spawned in 3 of them less than a minute ago, and the swarmers will go off and do their own thing. I'm sure you know all about them and Meet the Swarmer video. Let's have a wee nosy at, of course, their evolutions. That's the best place to start. Now, if you want them, you'll have to go straight up here, and you can find the Swarm Mother right here. Mobile breeding colony. It's kind of like a mobile hive for spawning swarmers, but they cost virtually no nutrients. I either think it's no nutrients or very little, so that makes them, obviously, right off the bat, insanely valuable, especially on impossible runs where nutrients are scarce in a lot of the maps. Well fed gives swarmers +1 health. You can also get Swarm Mother influence and legs to make them a bit faster. Now, their 6 upgrades here are rather interesting. More motherly means they spawn 2 swarmers instead of 1. And then best parent, they spawn 3 instead of 1. You've seen what 3 doing with no upgrades, as I haven't picked up any of these. They pretty much, they get a lot of swarmers on the battlefield very fast. You would only need about, a dozen of them. And even on impossible difficulties, you can really push the humans back, given time for your better units, such as the Boom Slug and Titan, to close the gap. Infestation means there's a 5% chance on the corpse of a dead human that a swarmer will spawn, 10% with level 2. And what I've realised is that it actually works with the Spore Artillery. So if you've got that fully upgraded and you're firing Spore Artillery from the builder here, the Spore Artillery over there, you can spawn swarmers right in the base. They don't last all that long because normally, there's a lot of humans and turrets around them, but it's a cool interaction. Final Farewell means that when they die, they will spawn 10 swarmers. And this, I can... Honestly, it's probably one of the worst perks because you don't want a Swarm Mother to even be remotely close, but you can delete one and it will spawn the 10 swarmers. I don't know what use this would ever have, as you want to keep them alive. They are more valuable alive than dead, so, if you've too many, delete them, and I guess then it spawns 10 Swarm Mothers, but it doesn't fix it if you want to delete them to free up nutrients. Now, a Mother's Touch means you start the level with 3 mothers, and that is just, you've seen what 3 did alone, and having them, you instantly flood the battlefield with swarmers. Now, upgrades that complement this, of course, Swarm Speed, giving extra health to all the swarm, and extra attack speed helps the swarmers. You'll want Buggo or interlocking plates to get +1 armor and +1 damage from razor spines. You want to go definitely for corrosive chemicals for the swarmers. It's vital. Listen, 3 damage on a tile that they die on, and the amount you're producing, that alone will pay for itself if you're doing a Swarm Mother strat. Or even having 1 or 2 in the back. +2 damage, or +2 health to all Buggos. Again, that just, with the armor upgrades, the effective HP your swarmers are running with means they are incredibly difficult to take down in the numbers that are coming out. Adrenaline makes them a wee bit faster as well. Now, of course, you will want to upgrade the Swarmer, as, it's the primary thing with the Swarm Mother. So be sure to pick up Swarmer health and armor, and then get damage and speed to your swarmers. And then another great pairing is the goo. So the nutrient goo, give them +2 whilst on, or armor whilst on goo, and +1 damage when on goo, and plus movement speed on goo. Goo's just unbelievable. There's really no other way to put it. So a builder Swarm Mother combo with a swarm of swarmers, and then throw in some boom slugs or wasps or whatever your other strategy consists of, and you'll be having a great day. Now, of course, swarmers do not like rocket men, flamers, and mechs when they explode. And you really don't want to let your swarm mothers get too close to the front line, so always have them behind your front line. Always have them behind, and if you're being pushed, bring them back. It's as simple as that. Don't let them. If you let them at the front, that's a lot of investment in nutrients, and if they die, you'll have to produce more. And this is mainly for sort of harder impossible runs, as it's more effective to just keep them alive. But also remember, you can pair them with the regen aura from a Titan, and you can have some insane push. And yeah, that's pretty much the Swarm Mother. Thank you for joining me. I'll catch you all over at the Warrior next.